Alright, so you've got a cell phone. This cell phone has a limited battery. We know two things about the battery. One, that the battery, when you're not using it, it's in standby mode, it's going to last for 24 hours. And when the battery is being used, as in your phone's on, you're using the screen, it's going to last for only 3 hours. So we know these two things, and that's the rate at which the battery depletes based on the use. So we're given the problem that the battery was charged 9 hours ago. So we've got 9 hours ago, and of those 9 hours, for 60 minutes of those 9 hours, or 1 hour of those 9 hours, it was being used actively. So we have to find out how many remaining hours would we have if we were to just, leave it in standby mode, in which there are 24 hours on a full charge. So to find the answer to this problem, we just have to find the percentage of the battery that was used in each of these periods and find the percentage remaining and multiply it by the total it would be able to, last if it was not being used. So we know that it was used for 1 hour actively. So 1 is a third of 3. So we know that the entire thing lasts for 3 hours of being used. So for 1 hour, it's being used a third of its total battery. So we have a third of the battery being used in that 1 hour of play. So if you subtract the 1 hour from the total 9 hours, we know that it's being in standby mode for 8 hours. And we know that 8 is 1/3 of 24, so during that 8 hours, it was used a third of its battery just, not doing anything. So that's another third of its battery being used in standby mode during the 8 hours. So in the total amount of use it's been undergoing since the 9 hours ago it was charged, it was depleted 2/3 of its battery. So since 2/3 of the battery was depleted, we have only about 1/3 remaining. So we have 1/3 remaining. We want to know how long it would be able to last in standby mode. So 1/3 times 24 is 8. So it would last 8 hours if we just were to leave it in standby mode, which seems like kind of a waste.